let's take a look at the news. First of all, we have building blocks of tabletop game design. This is a new version of Jeff Engelstein's, who is actually visiting you in a week.
He's coming over my house he's down for a conference, and he's staying one night, and we'll have some fun.
I love the line here. It goes, an Encyclopedia Mechanism is widely considered the gold standard reference on board game mechanisms, as opposed to the vast array of other ones that exist.
So, not a whole lot of anything else.
In all seriousness about this is like you said, second edition, so they've added a lot of stuff to this, and this book is a textbook of game design, and literally any game designer who's burgeoning, wants to really understand things, you really need to own this book. It's amazing what's in this book.
I do like that it's called an Encyclopedia of Mechanisms, not mechanics. Just saying.
You like
there
that,
you go. Validated. Thank you.
I'm okay either way.
And we should mention Isaac Shalev is also.
Isaac Shalev and Jeff Engelstein. Yeah, please.
Sorry, Isaac. I don't mean to.
It was just a segue to say he's coming over my house before Tom Vasel has ever made it to my house. So he's going to be here next week.
All right. A new, smaller version of Too Many Bones is coming. I think this is the next trend we're going to start seeing. Remember there was a smaller version of Seventh Continent? Like a small version of...
Just enough bones.
And now this one here.
Gloomhaven did it, right, basically.
Bones.
Yeah, Gloomhaven, and now we're seeing Too Many Bones. That's a much smaller box.
Was it called, Roy, Just Enough Bones?
Yeah.
Nice.
But
is that what it's called?
No, he's kidding.
No, they're calling it Baby Bones currently.
That does not sound right.
Hey, do you want to come see my baby bones? I'm like, we need to call the police.
Well, explain to me, and maybe everybody else, is this the same game in a smaller format, or they're taking stuff out of it?
It says, according to designers, maybe they made the chips smaller? I don't know.
You think it's the entirety, or it's like a greatest hits compilation kind of thing? I assume there's missing content. But this is...
It says it comes in a 50% smaller box, yet still contains all the same material, thanks to the same efficient packing design used in their Undertow expansion.
Okay, well, there you go. That answers that. Everything's in there.
So it's everything. They might have changed some components, but it's everything, all of gameplay.
That's going to be a dense little box.
I hope you don't have to Tetris it, though. I hate when I have to do that. I'm like, fitting all these pieces in.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, the Catan World Championship. Is taking place in Columbus, Ohio during Origins. I guess it says as usual. That's when it normally happens, although there was there was Origins last year. I don't know if this happened there or not.
I don't think they have run it. I don't think in the last couple of years.
Yeah, basically what happens is in the past, they have these seeding Catan things all over the United States. Then you go to, and this is for the United States and other countries, but in the United States, then you go to Columbus, and if you win there, then you go to Essen, and that's where the champions have always been.
Okay, but this time they're actually doing it in the United States at Origins.
No, this is still the national.
Oh, this is the national one. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, and then the winner, the World Championships are actually taking place in Malta.
That's beautiful.
In November.
I'm going to enter this. I want to go to Malta.
Right.
I'm not going to win, but I'm going to enter.
Just to be there.
The current reigning champion,
Quetzal
Hernandez. Quetzal Hernandez is the current reigning champion. Will be in attendance to defend his title.
Nice.
Hernandez is what I'm talking about. Represent.
Wolfgang Warsh is re-releasing some of his games for kids. I'm actually very interested in this. They got Auction Clever, which is Ganshan Clever, but for kids, with cute symbols and stuff.
Cats and dogs.
There's very few roll and writes for kids. I think there's less than 5, honestly.
Yeah. Specifically targeted at kids.
Yes.
And it's such a good fit.
I agree.
It's a very, it really, there should be more. It seems obvious.
Yeah.
Despite what people think, kids' games do not sell particularly well unless you're in that market. Like Haba does really well, right?
Right.
You know, or if you're Hasbro or whatever.
Of course.
And people are buying your games. But like if you are a board game company, you're like, let's do a kids' game branch. It's really hard.
Yeah, very, very hard to pull off. Even sometimes family weight, but kids' games.
And you also know, and these are Schmidt, so this is in Germany where it's an easier market because these companies already have kids branches.
Does it make mention of any other company associated with Auction Clever? Probably not. Stronghold has been doing all the roll and writes with Schmidt.
So Quacks & Co. Quedlinburg is the other one. I stopped caring halfway through that sentence.
I just want to know if Stronghold was doing it. I've never heard of this one. Thank you.
I don't think that's out yet. If
No, they didn't mention the U.S. publisher.
Thank you.
I thought you were like leading up and you were actually asking a
What are
real
you
question.
thinking, this guy? Don't thank him. You crush him in the game. Keep crushing.
Crush.
I really want to try this Quacks and Co with the kids. I'm hoping that's good because I love Quacks. So
Quacks is a great
There's
game.
a cute donkey on the cover. I want to play too.
you do.
And a sheep. And a sheep. I'll ride the sheep.
All right. Ariantis, which was made by Cranio Creations. It's a reprint of Leo Calavini's old game. What was the original that game called?
Oh, are you kidding me? You're gonna put me on the spot like this? Come on.
You don't mean the cloud game, the game.
No, this is an old
like this terrain.
game
You put terrain
where you
together.
move people around in a circle. It's very abstract. Well, I mean, it's Leo Calavini, so that's the same
Come
thing.
on, man. I don't remember.
I don't
I used to own it a decade.
This
and a
came from
half
Cranio
ago.
Creations. I played it. I found it to be very, very okay. Unfortunately, it's
Tom's review.
well,
Very okay.
well. Even back in the day,
Seal of okay.
I just pat it.
I'm Tom Vasel, and I have sealed this okay.
All right. Anyhow, Ariantis is coming.
Look
All
at
right.
a dangerous man with that hat on.
More kids stuff, I think. This
on?
sure looks like a kids game. Museum Suspects. This is from Phil Walker Harding and Blue Orange Game. Phil Walker Harding is like pumping out
Careless
10 games a
Magnus.
year.
That's it. Careless Magnus.
Thank you, Careless Magnus. Thank you, Mikhail. Careless Magnus is the original game.
Yes.
Anyway, Museum Suspects. You're trying to figure out which of 16 suspects is the culprit, looking for clues. Some clues are more valuable.
Going from room to room.
It sounds fun, but it definitely looks like a kid's game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like deduction games, and it's probably going to be a light deduction game.
All right. I don't know how to pronounce this. Anunnaki? Anunnaki, Dawn of Gods. This is a 4X Euro game. It's designed by the designer of Wendaki. Did you play Wendaki?
Wendake, no.
I don't think I did either. But the designer is Simone Luciani. And he's great.
Okay.
What else has he done?
He's part of that. I'm going to mess up which games he's did because I always conflate them. But all the different, the T games like Teotihuacan, that group.
Okay.
And also the
He's
Marco
one of those
Polo.
like Italian designers that makes very.
I mix him up with
interesting Euro
Tassini
games.
sometimes, and I don't mean to do that. But he makes those Euro games you get points in all different
Constantly
directions.
tossing, throwing
That
shade
cover
at
is-
Italians.
That was not even close.
Gorgeous.
I think these are some of the greatest designers ever
Yeah.
Constantly tossing shade at
because they're
Italians.
Italian. They're great Italian designers from the great country of Italy, and most importantly, they're actually from there and own the culture. They're not
Like
pseudo-fake ones
pseudo-fake
born in New
Italians.
Jersey.
New York, but who's counting? But before we leave, we haven't talked about the cover on any of these things. Love this cover, and I feel like I
cover's
love,
gorgeous.
and I love the fact that this is a 4X game, Euro, with some heavy Euro mechanics. It sounds like.
great.
The
Well,
idea of this game sounds great.
Yeah.
Love this cover.
Yeah.
If Luciani's the
fire.
designer, it's not. It's a Euro game.
Yeah, it's going to be
a straight
heavy
Euro game
probably
for
a heavy
sure.
game,
But
yeah.
with 4X concepts, apparently.
Yeah, but it says it's coming to Kickstarter, so it's from Cranio Creations. So they've been pretty consistent on doing their Kickstarters a year or so after they do them. So
Okay.
next year.
Okay.
Legacy of You. Now I'm going to say here real quickly because Mike Delicio's not here. Mike says he loves this cover, and you said you like it too.
I like it. Yeah.
I particularly don't. I don't think the action pose of this guy looks good. It looks like a paper doll, and they move the arms. You know, like give a
Okay,
paper those
right.
dolls with those.
I get that. Yeah.
I don't. I think the water and all that looks cool. I just don't think that looks very good as an action pose.
No, I like it a lot, actually. The legacy of you in the center of his body is kind of annoying. But besides that, I think it's a nice piece of art.
I think it's
Very
very
nice.
well illustrated. I get that it does not move. It does not look like it has movement. Is what you're saying.
Yes. Now, that being said, I don't mind the art itself. The art on the cards looks good. This is from Garfield Games, and it is a This is a solo-only game.
Is this another? This is the roll and write kind of one? Because they have that Hadrian's Wall.
It's a non-linear campaign game.
Okay, I guess not.
You're defending your village.
I love this art.
It does not say, but I'm looking at those. There's those cards there. That does not look wrong, right? It looks like you're
Yeah.
getting resources.
I like the look. I like the look of this. A solo only game.
Now,
They don't make too many of those.
Traditionally, have not sold well solo-only games.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting to see how this
Yes,
does.
but Garfield Games have traditionally sold very well.
Yes,
I wonder if
yes.
this one's coming to Kickstarter. Yes, Kickstarter in mid-2022. Like right now, their current game on Kickstarter, which is just expansions, is at $500,000.
Very well, yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, Wreckland Run. This is coming from Renegade Games. This here is definitely a Mad Max style game. This is also coming to Kickstarter.
Also solo
Is this
game.
a solo game?
Yep.
It says Solo Hero
Yeah,
Series.
they've had some in the past
Really?
in this line. I forget what the previous one, at least one previous one, that had a Roman theme, I believe, like a gladiatorial theme, if I'm not mistaken. And I reviewed it a while ago, as you can tell. I don't recall it that well. I like this theme, though. This is a very cool-looking box. I like the action. This has motion and movement.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Right?
This looks it looks like a page from a comic book, actually.
Yeah, and I like the whole Mad Max thing, whatever this is going to be. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
This seems like more my kind of solo game, because I assume it'll be a much simpler, smaller package.
We don't often talk about Kickstarter games or things coming to Kickstarter here on the channel. Sometimes we do, but we're talking about this Kickstarter game because it's blowing the doors off, and that's Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
As of this, it's been up for less than 2 days right now. And let's see where it's at right now. I think it might be at 4 million by now. No, 3.7 million.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
And that's not that much.
That's
nothing.
garbage. 2 days, and that's with a huge budget. I mean, they got this Galactus figure that costs
$180 for that one figure.
Okay, let me ask you this: are you getting one?
I have not decided.
It would look so good in your new remodeled house.
It's funny because I actually don't own Zombicide. And
Okay.
It's a good game. This might be
The one?
the one thing.
Yeah.
And I think Zombicide's good. I just never, somebody else had it.
There's actually, so there's 2 games here, you realize. One's Marvel Zombies and one's Marvel Zombies...
X-Men Resistance.
X-Men Resistance. So one, you play the zombies. You
Right.
play Captain America Zombie
Right.
fighting S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and other people trying to stop you. And the other, you play the heroes fighting the zombies.
Right, then you play the X-Men, which is like my favorite part of all of Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Fighting them. All right, I'm backing. Full thing. $400.
Why would I... Why? This isn't Wall Street.
Paula.
Bye.
Paula, just back it all in. $450.
All in.
Go for it. Thank you. All right, we're good.
Got it.
I love it. I love the snap and the pointing. Buy it.
It's like on my computer, I'm like, I'm not backing it for you.
Yes. I'll pay you back. Maybe.
Okay, I'll tell you the price later.
No, it is. In all seriousness, $180. How? And they don't show you how big it is, other than the boxes.
You realize
We have one
there's
out there.
one right out
No.
there you could go look at.
No, I didn't know you had one.
Yeah.
So it's about 16
about
inches.
right?
It's bigger
Oh,
than a
it's bigger.
Cthulhu. It's bigger than a
Because this
Cthulhu.
box is this
Yeah.
box a standard Ticket to Ride or bigger than Ticket to Ride?
Big.
It's bigger than
Okay,
Tickets
so
Right.
that thing is like 18 to 24. You were like saying it's like this big from the table.
It's out
up?
there. You'll see it when we're done here.
I mean, that's big.
It's a big boy.
Anyway, it's doing really well.
And Galactus comes with 2 heads, which I think is hysterical.
Yeah, you can do
You
zombie
can put
face.
zombie Galactus or regular Galactus.
Yeah, we
How
got
can he be
we got a pre-production one, so ours is just normal, which I'm glad because I don't want zombie Galactus. I want normal Galactus.
How
could
do
he
you not
be-
want zombie Galactus?
I can't tell you how much I don't want zombie Galactus.
He
I'm not a
only
big
eats-
zombie guy.
He only eats living planets.
How many zombie
He won't
decorations?
need any like dead moons. It's got to have real
He's-
life.
okay, moving
I
on.
don't
Is there anything else?
know. No.
What do we got?
Oh yeah.
We have more.
Red Cliff Bay Mysteries. This is from Thames and Cosmos.
Okay.
This is, they announced 3 things, Catch the Moon and Correct. Red Cliff Bay Mysteries. You're working together to solve mysteries. You're going to move around, do clues. So it sounds, I think we like moved into the next phase after escape room games. We're now
guess
moving
that's what
into
this is.
solve a mystery. I'm starting to see more of those games pop up.
What did you guys think? What do you think of this cover?
I like it a lot, actually.
I like the idea.
I
I think it's a cool concept.
like
It's like picking up the curtain kind of thing, and you see the game or the world underneath.
Mm-hmm.
I think the artwork on the top half I don't love as much, but
Okay. Oh, here he comes.
I would not. Who got that down? That's a lot of work to put up and down.
All right.
what are you doing right
I
now?
don't know if
Okay, this
Roy
is-
could change. Wow, that thing is big. Yeah, well, are we
That's
selling?
bigger than you.
Are we selling? Are we selling their Kickstarter? Look, it's bigger than Z. You can't see Z anymore. That is astonishing. What the heck would I do with this thing?
You'd pay the same amount of money to get it painted.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, more.
Paint it.
Paint it. Paint it, Vasel. Paint it for me. Thank you, Mike. That's
Have
awesome.
fun putting that
Appreciate
back.
Leave
That's
it
what
out.
Chris is for.
Leave it out for a little while. I want to look at it more. Okay, it's gonna make me buy
Got
it.
it? Okay.
Leave it out. He's ordering everybody around now.
Snapping. Yeah,
Ordering
snapping.
everyone around, Buonocore.
All right. Anyway, I would have picked a different character to be front and center.
I guess so, yeah. I like
That
the
guy-
concept.
I like the concept, but that guy, not that he looks like he doesn't care. He's like, whatever. He doesn't look like the guy trying to solve the mystery.
It's like Victorian.
He looks like the guy who was on the
steampunky
beach.
Looking. Yeah. I
I
like
was
it.
on the beach and found the body before the NCIS
Yes,
credits
yes.
roll.
He's the guy who at the beginning you're like, he's going to either be the murdered or
just
find the body.
the body, yeah.
He found the body.
He
Okay.
found the body, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
I like the idea, though. I do like these kinds of games. Cosmos does good work.
And they do very good work with this.
Yeah.
The op tends to make a lot of IP-related games, but this is not one of those. This is Mountains Out of Molehills, which, come to think of it, I think is odd that has not been a title of a game before.
Nope, has not.
It looks cool. It's a 3D strategy game. It looks like an abstract game to some degree, and you're trying to get the most points from having molehills. Molehills push things up. I like the concept. I hope it's good. This is the kind of game that attracts me, a 3D game.
Yeah.
As long as I can fit my hand in, which it looks like I
Yeah, it
can.
kind of looks like that Colors one.
Holy.
Holy, yes. HOLI.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
the
it had
Indian, Indian ceremony of
Yeah, it had the
holiday.
colors falling, you know. You're supposed to... Yeah, it looks like that.
Looks cool.
All right, and finally, to very critical acclaim, Osprey's been doing very well with Undaunted. Now they have Undaunted Stalingrad. They first had Undaunted Normandy, then Undaunted North Africa. So this is the third one. Then they had an expansion that expanded both of those. Now this is the third one here. This one says it's taking place in a scale unlike the first two. So this is 1942, and it's a standalone game, so you don't need the other ones. So if you've never played Undaunted, it's a deck-building tactical game where you have a few guys fighting some others, but you do so by building a deck of cards.
Multiplayer? I mean, more than two?
It's normally for two.
The other ones were for two. I guess you could split it and say let's play 2v2, but I think they're just.
It's a two-player
one
game.
Yeah, it's a
I
two-player
think
game.
so, yeah.
You're
I
trying
really
to beat
like
the other person on the
Undaunted. It's a
battlefield.
really good game.
I've never played.
Yeah, I haven't played any of these yet either.
It's a good combination of deck building because it's not really about. It's not. Deck building is like a side mechanism. It's more about maneuvering your
Okay, I
things.
like
But
that.
the number of cards that are in the deck is kind of your life. Every time you take a shot, that card comes out of the deck, which makes you less maneuverable with that character, which is a nice simulation of, oh, I got shot. You know, I'm almost dead. I think it works really well. So,
Very cool.
alrighty, that's the news. Let's go to some more contributors.